Ghanaian boxing. This is the little place in the country that has produced so many world champions. Two of them are here at the ringside with us. Joseph King Kong Agbeko, the two-time IBF bantamweight champion of the world. He was also an IBO champion of the world. And he's seated side by side at ringside with Joshua Clottey, also a former world champion, WB IBF welterweight champion of the world back in 2008. And tonight, you are here to motivate the youngsters who is their turn to take the game here. It's Ghana versus Nigeria amateur boxing tournament presented by Ace Power Promotions. Street to Champions, they call it. This is the second edition of this particular Kabudo presented by Ace Power Promotions. This is a very, very special one because the US based CEO of Ace Power Promotions, Dr. Adele Poku Amuakun, is right here. He's been in the country on Wednesday. The Uplifting Ghana boxing seminar was held at the Bukom Boxing Arena on Wednesday. Uh, we had so many speakers, the former world champions Isaac Dogbe and Richie Comey from their various bases. Richie Comey is based in the United States of America. I think Isaac was speaking from the UK. We also had Richie Comey's trainer, the man who guided him to the world title in 2019. Andre Rosier was also on cue to also advise Ghanaian coaches about the rudiments of the game. And tonight is the Ghana versus Nigerian boxing extravaganza, which kicks off immediately between Matthias Ashite fighting for Ghana in the red outfit against Farouk Oshikoya, the Nigerian in the blue. And Matthias goes straight into action, landing a right jab there on the Nigerian to begin the show. Nigerian, he won this particular category during the recent African Boxing Championship that took place in Lagos, sponsored by the Yukateco Promotions boss, who is here, who has sponsored the Nigerian team to this particular tournament against the Nigerians, against the Ghanaians. And Ashite in the red, the youngster, 17 years of age, he represented Ghana at the IBA World Youth Championship in Montenegro in October last year. He did so well. He was one of only two Ghanaians to progress to the round of 16, and both of them are fighting for the WBA Pan Africa title. Sorry, the Pan Africa title with the support of ABU, the African Boxing Union, and the WBC World Boxing Council. This particular competition, and the Nigerian goes into attack mode by Ashite, wrestling him there as our referee takes control. Ashite tries a long jab there. He goes in again with the left, the Ghanaian, 17 years of age. And I was telling you about Ashite having done well at the IBA World Youth Championship in Montenegro. That was the first time Ghana represented at a tournament. Many felt, even in his last 16 loss, he was on top of the game by cruel bias officiating undone the work of the Ghanaian youngster. But it was a very good experience for him and five others. Ghana was represented by six boxers at the IBA World Youth Championship in Montenegro. That may happen to be the last time Ghana could participate in any IBA competition, because just yesterday it was confirmed by the new IOC sanctioned body, World Boxing, that Ghana is one of the new countries which has been admitted into the World Boxing fraternity. So Ghana has left IBA consequently. And We count down to the final 10 seconds of this round number one of this particular competition as the Nigerian lands a very good jab there to conclude the round. It's a 52 kg division. And we have 6 fights in this particular competition. Ghana versus Nigeria. 5 men against 5. 5 Ghanaian men against 5 Nigerian men. We'll also be having 1 female competition between Sarah Apple Precious Aneni in the 50 kg female category. But currently ongoing in the 52 kg.
Well.
As we take a break at the end of round number 1. Remember, this is an amateur competition. The amateurs, they do 3 rounds. So 1 round down, 2 rounds to go. The first of 6 competitions between the 2 rival West African countries. Who ends this night as the victor between Ghana and Nigeria? The youngsters, the future of the sport between the 2 giant African countries. And it's Achite in the red representing Ghana against Oshikoya in the blue representing Nigeria. Very good exchange between the 2 fighters. Achite exhibiting some very great skills there, taking his time, countering the efforts of the Nigerian. This is the Street to Champions 2.0, the 2nd edition, and it's a special one because instead of the all Ghanaian battle we witnessed back in Accra, we are now at the Bukom Park, the center of Ghanaian boxing, the famous Bukom Square. And it's Ghana versus Nigeria, the main ingredient here. We saw the continuation of the Street to Champions from the November. The winners fought once again here, and we had the various winners presented with medals and so much lucrative cash prizes. Some of them took 1,500 Ghana cedis, some of them took more than that, others took 4,000 Ghana cedis. And currently ongoing is fight number 1 of the special Ghana versus Nigeria Kabido, and Matthias Achite of Ghana. Currently in your shots is Farouk Oshikoya of Nigeria. He won this particular category during the recent ABU WBC African tournament which took place in Lagos, Nigeria. The winners are guaranteed representation of Africa at the World Youth Amateur Championship, which is scheduled for Mexico later in the year. Ghana was represented by Gabriel Ado. Gabriel Ado actually lost to Farouk Oshikoya in the semi-finals of that competition, as Gabriel Ado eventually with a bronze medal. The other Ghanaian who competed at that particular competition lost in the first round. There were only 2 Ghanaian representation. And Gabriel Ado, who we saw fight just right now in this ring and was a winner of 1,500 Ghana cedis cash prize for his efforts. He went to the Nigerian tournament, did so well, but he lost to this particular Nigerian in the ring, Farouk Oshikoya, in the semi-finals of that competition.
Hello.
But tonight, Matthias Achite, who I believe has got himself injured, a cut to the top of his eyebrow, I believe, and has been attended to by our ringside physician before he continues this particular fight against Farouk Oshikoya. And it appears Achite can't continue the fight.
Hello.
Yes, me getting richer. Man, I'm more youth, me know that.
DJ, thank you very much. Let me please a round of applause for the two fighters. Let's clap for them. They've done very well. This is Ghana Energy, another verdict. Due to injury, the decision draw. Thank you very much. The next bout, Amadou Mohammed and Michael Oguremi. Amadou Mohammed and Michael Oguremi. Now the officials. All officials, stay put. Michael Oguremi, please enter the ring now. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a 54 kg division. Oguremi from Nigeria.
TrendyBeats.com.
Center referee. Report to the dressers for your gloves. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a contest of the Pan-African belt. Weight class 54 kg.
jab there by Amadou Mohamed, who is getting the crowd. Fight the both who represented Ghana in Montenegro, the IBA World Youth Championship, perhaps the last IBA tournament Ghana will ever participate in. Remember, the Black Hitters, the female national women team, were scheduled to also travel to Serbia earlier this month for the IBA Women World Championship. Unfortunately, the Serbian embassy in Accra couldn't grant them the visas they needed to travel. Maybe the IBA had already got wind of the Ghana's allegiance, cross-carpeting allegiance to World Boxing WB, and therefore they decided to admit Ghana to the championship. Only yesterday it was confirmed that Ghana has now sworn allegiance to World Boxing WB, who from 2028 will handle boxing at the Olympic Games. IBA has been stripped of that right by the International Olympic Committee, IOC. And if Ghana wants to participate in the Olympic Games, we have no choice than to align with World Boxing. And yesterday, it was confirmed that the country has become one of 5 new countries which has joined World Boxing to bring the number to 89 countries in the world now who are all part of World Boxing. And I can see Abraham Kote Nikwe, the president of the Ghana Boxing Authority, the body which runs professional boxing in this country. He has also joined us at ringside. The president of Ghana Boxing Federation, who handle amateur boxing, Bernard Quote, is also here at ringside. His deputy is Dauda Hussein, the first vice president, as well as Solomon Otulate, the second vice president, are also here. Mr. Rabondodu, the first vice president of the Ghana Boxing Authority, he's also here. He's seated with Bernard Quote, the president of Ghana Boxing Federation. We also have some matchmakers like Lord Amihere also here. It's a celebration of Ghanaian boxing tonight at Bukom Square. And round number 2 underway between Amadou Mohamed, the Ghanaian, in the red, against Michael Ogunremi from Nigeria in the blue. This is fight number 2 of this special Ghana versus Nigeria amateur boxing tournament. These are the kind of competitions our young boxers need to gain massive experience and exposure, so when you go to the international arena, they'll be ready. And down Amadou delivering some rapid punches there according to our referee, and issuing some caution to the Ghanaian as well as to the Nigerian. Round number 2 of 3. Remember, the amateur fight show lasts for 3 rounds. And round number 1 already gone down the history book. We are in the second stanza of this particular 54 kg category. Is the Accra, and that was a very good job there by the Nigerian. The Nigerian fighters are very experienced. They have been fighting in the Yucatefo Boxing League in Nigeria. So much experience they've gained in that particular competition. And Ghana also is built to begin an amateur boxing league only next week, exactly a week from today, 4th April, at the Bukom Boxing Arena. It will be contested in 6 weight categories, and we shall have 6 fights every night for 15 fight nights. So while the professional league is also ongoing, the amateurs will also begin a league in Ghana only next week at the Bukom Boxing Arena. As our referee once again has some few words for Amadou. He has really been tested here by Ogunremi, the Nigerian. Fight continues here in round number 2. between Amadou Mohamed, the red for Ghana, against Michael Oguremi in the blue for Nigeria. Amadou goes in, but the opponent stays away from the punch of the Ghanaians. Two good fighters testing each other here in this particular fight, 54 kg category. And Oguremi standing firm, taking the fight to the Ghanaian, who is fighting in front of his countrymen, Amadou Mohamed, the swag boxer of the year. He was honored at the Swag Awards back in January. The prestigious award presented by Ghanaian journalists, and many great fighters have been recipients of that award over the years, and young Amadou was this year honored at the 49th awards, which are the Vice President, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, as the guest of honor back in January at the Accra International Conference Center. And Amadou was actually in competition with his Accra 2023 teammate and fellow gold medalist, Joseph Jaguar Cummings. And there are highlights of that round number 2 between Amadou. As you can see, the Nigerian landing a very good jab there to the chin of the Ghanaian. Big test here for Amadou Mohamed. And there you heard our ringside timekeeper, the indefatigable Edward Ado. And that's another good point there landed by the Nigerian. He's taking the fight to the Ghanaian. He's on space at all. There, he's fighting in front of a very hostile crowd, because the Ghanaians here are ringside obviously are rooting for the man in red, Amadou Mohamed, the Ghanaian. He represented Ghana at the 2023 IBA World Men's Boxing Championship. And another good point there thrown by the Nigerian. He is really testing Amadou here. Round number 3. And the Nigerian goes into attack mode again, but no, he will not get anywhere near Amadou. Awkward tactics being adopted by the Nigerian as Amadou complains to the referee that he was being elbowed by Oguremi, and the referee issues a warning. I don't know if I don't think it was a point that was deducted there, but Oguremi has been issued a warning as he swings into an attack mode again against Amadou Mohamed. Ghana versus Nigeria, fight number 2. We already had fight number 1 taking place, the 52 kg encounter between Ashite and his Nigerian opponent, which ended in a draw after Ashite got injured in round 2. The fight was declared a draw, and this is fight number 2, which has been a very evenly contested affair so far. And Amadou stays out of the way and lands a very good leg jab there. Those are the punches that scores crucial points in this particular fight, as Amadou, using his massive experience, having fought on the world stage at the IBA World Championship back in 2023, where I told you earlier he was the best African performer, having made the quarterfinals. He was only one victory away from making the semifinals, where he would have netted a cool $50,000. Unfortunately, he was eliminated in the quarterfinals, but that was the best performance by an African boxer at that particular competition. He also took part in the Accra 2023 Africa Games right here in Accra last year, this same time last year, March last year, and he won the gold medal in this particular weight category. And that goes the sound of the bell to bring proceedings to an end. And Oguremi was not happy at all as proceedings came to an end here at the famous Bukom Square. This is the famous venue where the great Ghanaian leader Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah famously announced the formation of his Convention People's Party way back in 1949. Many great events, many great rallies, many big occasions have taken place in this particular center, which some few years ago was made, an astroturf was developed here to make it very colorful, the Bukom Park. And tonight we are having this particular boxing show here. Ghana versus Nigeria amateur tournament is the main one, and Amadou and Oguremi exhibiting great sportsmanship there, talking to each other, trying to
presenting the ball, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Park, Ace Park. Introducing today the CEO of Ace Park, which is Shaigo, that's on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for the fighters one more time. We want to see who is taking the best. Let's invite us to the CEO of Ace Power Promotions, Dr. Amaku. Please join us up here in the ring. Once we get the results set. Also by the CEO of Center Portsmouth, Mr. Bhagwan Asnani. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see the belt, let's present the belts, please. The belt. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who care to know, the Pan-African title belt is a 5-round belt. That is why the bout had to continue at a point in time. And the scores for all 5 judges. Ladies and gentlemen, position 5-0. We have the new Pan-African title belt. The decision was an RSCI referee stop contest due to an injury. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner is the new Pan-African title belt holder, all the way from Accra, Ghana, Amadou Mohamed. Presenting the belt, ladies and gentlemen, will be the CEO of Center Portsmouth. The 2 boxers will receive their medals first. Please receive your certificate first. The first one goes to Nigeria. A big round of applause for Michael Oguremi. He got the belt and he lost the belt. Good fight due to an injury. The referee had to stop the contest. They also leave the medal by the CEO of Ace Power Promotion. Now the winner also receives the certificates. The medal, please. The certificates first. The belt is a section belt by the Yakatel Boxing Promotions. It's a Sections Pan-African title belt. And now the belt is represented by the CEO of Center Portsmouth, Mr. Bhagwan Asnani. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the new champion. Here is the new holder of the Pan-African belt, Amadou Mohamed. Now the long for the belts and masters is coming for a challenge all the way in Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. A more beautiful fight has yet to come. We go on to the next fight. Now the boxers ready for the next round. We're going to have Francis Corte and Rabio Abdullah. But before that, the officials. Officials for the next round. Tunde Judge 4. Review Abdullah, please enter the ring now, DJ. Referee. Weight class 57 kg. Francis Scotty, please. Mount the ring now, DJ. Ghana, Salawi, Ridwan from Nigeria, to report.
Is Ghana versus Nigeria. 2 fights down, 4 to go. Fight number 3 about to get underway. And it is in the 57 kg category, Francis Forte versus Rabiu Abdullah of Nigeria. Francis Forte in the red, of course, representing Ghana. Whilst Abdullah, the Nigerian, in the blue. Francis Forte also represented Ghana at the IBA World Youth Championship last year in Montenegro. He was very unfortunate to lose his one and only fight, but the experience is one that cannot be discounted. And tonight he is putting up his exhibiting it, he is set to exhibit it in front of his countrymen, but in the Nigerian, who is the taller of the 2 fighters, Abdullah, but Forte attacking Abdullah this early, round number 1. Ghana has jumped into the lead already. The first fight between Achite and his Nigerian opponent ended in a draw after the Ghanaian was injured in round 2. But the second fight between Accra 2023 gold medalist Ahmadu Mohamed, in fact, he's the only fighter remaining of the team that participated in the Africa Games last year. Most of his teammates, and that was a nice job there scored by the Nigerian, and the referee rightly issuing the standing count against the Ghanaian. Crucial point scored there by the Nigerian. And he goes to work once again. Abdullah landing some terrific leg jabs there, the Nigerian. Using his height advantage very well here against Francis Quartey, who goes in attack mode, the Ghanaian in the red. We're still in round number 1, a round which is swinging the way of the Nigerian, having scored a crucial standing count. And once again, no, the referee had an issue there, but no, the fight continues. And Abdullah goes down. The two fighters entangled there, and the Nigerian fell down, but that was obviously a slip. And a very good left jab there by the Ghanaian. Landed perfectly. And rightly the referee issuing the count against the Nigerian too. Nice jab there by the Ghanaian. Delivering an even point that brought him into the fight, having already been scored, counted himself, the Ghanaian. He has bounced back so well in this very... And that was a very terrific exchange of punches there between the two guys first. But obviously, it's Francis Quartey of Ghana who was landing the better of the shots there to bring round 1 to a close here. Very good fight so far after only round 1. And the fans here at Bukom Square enjoying the show so far, presented by Ace Power Promotions. Terrific fight. And it's a very big sale to saw. Yes, Manchester count being given the standing count. The issue by a referee in favor of Francis Quartey. The Ghanaian did so well to bounce back in that round number 1. He's a 57 kg. And we are doing 6 fights. And this is the 3rd round, 3 more to come. Every day the anchor will take on Salawi Rizwan in the 50 kg category. Sarah Appeal will also take on Precious and Nene in the team before we conclude the Ghana vs Nigeria fight tournament with Desmond Papu, another IBA World Youth Championship boxer versus David Akintola in the 75 kg division. But currently ongoing in the 57 kg fight between Francis Quartey and Rabiu Abdullah in the red. Francis Quartey, the Ghanaian. A very good left punch there, landed by the Nigerian. And once again, referee has some few words for the two fighters, but the show continues. Round number 2. Remember, is scheduled for 3. 57 kg in the division currently being fought as Quartey once again lands a left-hander, but the referee had an issue with the Ghanaian. Very good left jab there by Quartey. Remember, Quartey is a famous name in Ghanaian boxing. One-eyed Bazooka Quartey, the man famous for very terrific job during his fighting days. Is the most notable Quartey, but he's had so many fighters, including the recently dead Al Quartey Sr., who was the first African to win a medal at the Olympic Games back in Rome in 1958. One of 4 boxing medals Ghana has won at the Olympics over the years. The latest being Samuel Wingori Okeke, who won in Tokyo 2020 a bronze medal. Currently, 40. Landing some good punches as the round details down. The Ghanaian landing some good left-right combinations. Putting Abdullah in all kinds of trouble. Referee doing a lot of work in this particular fight. Very good hook there by Forte, which appears to have found the target by referee, forcing him to avoid low punches, much to the chattering of the crowd. Another good jab there by Forte. The Ghanaian goes again by the bell sound to bring round 2 to a close. A street champions number 2. And there goes some highlights from round number 2. Forte versus Abdullah. Ghana versus Nigeria. Bukompa. And Abdullah gets gone by in the shot. As our ring girl, you can see her signaling that the upcoming round number 3 will be our final round of this particular show here at the Bukompa.
Seconds out. Third in the final round.
Round 3 underway, the final round, 57 kg category. The third of 2 fights in this particular West African rivalry boxing tournament. When it's Ghana against Nigeria, you know the rivalry is very big. Even if it's all the way down to the lock rise, the 2 countries always battle it out about who presents the best. Whether it's the Ghanaian so, but tonight is fight acting in the ring, and Ghana has jumped into the lead because after 2 fights, Ghana has won 1 with 1 other fight ending in a draw. So who runs away with the victory in this particular third fight between Francis Forte in the red and Rabi Abdullah in the blue? And Abdullah goes down, but that obviously is a slip. So the show continues halfway through this final round. Francis Forte. He was one of 6 Ghanaian fighters who represented the country at the IBA World Youth Championship in Montenegro late last year. Very nice job there landed by the Nigerians. Got down to the final minute of this particular fight, the 57 kg division. Francis Forte in the red, representing Ghana, versus Rabi Abdullah in the blue of Nigeria. Referee, once again, comes to between the 2 fighters, but the show continues. Final 30 seconds of this particular fight. Who will emerge victorious? Will it be the Ghanaian or the Nigerian? As the Ghanaian chases the opponent around the ring. Rabiu backpedaling by landing some good shots when the opponent gets within range. Final 10 seconds. Very good fight here. The third of 6 fights between Ghana and Nigeria. The International Amateur Fight Tournament. And you can see Rabi raising his hand. Very sure, very confident he has done enough to secure the victory. As we take a look at some highlights from that round number 3 in the fight at large. That was where Abdullah went down. We await the verdict. Who is going to emerge victorious? Will it be the Ghanaian or the Nigerian?
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to applause for them, please.
Charlie?
Now the decision. There's a 2-3 blue. Well done, Nigeria, on that. Next one, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, by a split decision 2-1, the Nigerian is the victorious fighter. So he is back even after 2 fights, 1 draw, 1 win for Ghana, 1 win for Nigeria. Abdullah has defeated Francis Quarty. 1 win for Ghana, 1 win for Nigeria, and 1 draw so far after 3 fights.
Next round, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be another Pan-African belt. There's going to be a 5-round contest. Introducing to the ladies and gentlemen, Salawu with 1. Salawu with 1. DJ.
3 to go. Ghana versus Nigeria. Amateur fight tournament. The future of the 2 great West African countries in the pugilistic sport is the center of focus here at the famous Bukom Park. And right here at ringside, we have 2 former Black Bombers, 2 former world champions. Joseph Tikon Agbeko and Joshua the Hitter Clottey. A source of inspiration for the youngsters here at the Bukom Park. So this is the second of 2 title fights on the bill.
It's going to be a 5-round bout for the Pan-African title belt.
So it's Ebenezer Ankra, who also made the last 16 at the IBA World Championship in Montenegro last year. in the Black Rockets, the national youth boxing team. He's up against Ridwan Salawu in the 60 kg division. Ridwan Salawu, you saw him coming into the room with his title. I believe the title he won at the ABU WBC Amateur Championship, which took place in Nigeria. Ridwan Kabir. So we are ready for this 60 kg clash. Is Ebenezer Ankra. He did so well at the IBA World Championship in Montenegro, but poor. And that's a very good shot landed by the Ghanaian. Right at the beginning of the fight by the Nigerian. Taking the show to the Ghanaian and our referee. Comes to between another good left jab there by Ankra. Ankra goes on attack mode again. Very, very nice ring skills being exhibited here by Ebenezer Ankra. Very, very early in the fight. By Ridwan Salawu, the Nigerian himself. Exhibiting some great work and skills of his own. In the 60 kg category, is the fourth of our 6 Ghana versus Nigeria fight lineup here tonight. It's a special 2 champions amateur fight tournament presented by Ace Power Promotions. And the Nigerian, very, very tricky opponent for the Ghanaian. And Ankra doing the chasing, but Salawu standing and countering when necessary. Beautiful ducking skills there by the Nigerian. Very, very experienced campaigner, 36 years of age. Against 80-year-old Ebenezer Ankra. Very good shot landed there again by Ankra. Ankra corners his opponent there once again. And Salawu clinches for dear life. The Ghanaian dominating round 1 so far. In this is the kg category. You can see Ankra very, very focused. The 18-year-old from Accra. Fighting, in front of his hometown people. But Salawu taking his time. And there goes the countdown to the final 10 seconds of this particular round number 1. Another good shot landed there by Ankra. The Ghanaian doing so well for himself in that round number 1, which clearly to me went the way of the Ghanaian, Ebenezer Ankra. And there, highlights of that round number 1 again in your shots. Thanks to the power of K Sports Boxing. And Ankra there appear rattled by some smackdown from Salawu. The Nigerian, there's some great, attacking skills there, despite the apparent dominance of the Ghanaians. We are ready for round 2. It's scheduled for 3. Ebenezer Ankara of Ghana versus Usman Salawu of Nigeria. Ankara chasing the opponent around the ring, but Salawu, the vastly experienced Nigerian, the Rasta head fighter. A very good left eye there by Ankara, and there he rattles Salawu, and the referee gives the mandate to count, the standing count against the Nigerian. It's a dominant fight so far by Ebenezer Ankara. It's a knockdown. He didn't see the canvas, but in amateur boxing, the punch, how the punch landed to determine the referee giving the count. It's a standing count. So that was a technical, a knockdown sort of for Ankara, and Salawu has survived the count, and the action continues. Very, very aggressive approach by Ebenezer Ankara. Very, very focused, the Ghanaian, 80 years of age. Last November, he was part of the 6-man Ghana team that represented the country at the IBA World Youth Championship in Montenegro, and he's making all the experience count here tonight against Salawu. Ankara, one of the youngsters, and very nice tackling skills there by Salawu, but Ankara responds when he appeared, and Nigerian who have cornered him there. He got out of trouble easily, the Ghanaian, and a very good punch there, once again landed by Ebenezer Ankara. And Salawu launches a double combination there, but Ankara is still in the attacking mode. The Ghanaian, the Nigerian clinching. Referee instructs them to continue with the kabudo. Ankara cornering his man, another good jab there from the Ghanaian. Very, very focused on the attacks at hand. Ebenezer Ankara. Drilling. Ridwan Salawu here. Salawu, clearly a very experienced campaigner. Another very good jab there by Ankara. But Salawu still standing firm and exhibiting some great skills of his own as round number 2 comes to an end. And remember, we have 6 fights in the Ghana versus Nigeria. 3 fights have gone down into the book, and it's stuck even. Ghana won 1, Nigeria have won 1, and 1 ended in a draw. As we look back at some highlights from round number 2 of this 50 kg category clash between Ebenezer Ankara of Ghana and Ridwan Salawu of Nigeria. And Ankara is ready for round 3, but Salawu is still seated in his corner. He's finally up, the Nigerian. Third and the final round. Who runs away with the victory in this particular encounter? Per my own scoring, after 2 rounds, the Blazer anchor of Ghana should be in a very comfortable lead. But I am not one of the 5 ringside judges scoring this particular encounter. Ankra still chasing Salawu around the ring. Ankra still the one doing the chasing and landing the punches. The Ghanaian with some very nice shoulder. Salawu tries to fight back. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Ringmanship and ring skills being executed by the Nigerian. But Ankra still clearly the better of the 2 fighters, the dominant of the 2 fighters. It's the 50 kg division who gives his country the victory and a 2-1-1 lead after 4 fights. We have one female contest to come between Sarah Apu and the Nigerian opponent, Precious Anene. And before the international competition concludes, it's a 75 kg class between Desmond Papo, who was also in Montenegro, against David Akintola of Nigeria. The 50 kg action still continues, and another good point thrown there by Ankra. Salawu is standing strong and fighting back the Nigerian. Ankra goes into attack mode once again. He goes again, the Ghanaian. Referee doing a lot of work in this particular fight. The 50 kg division. We had fights in the 52 kg, which was between Matthias Afike and Farouk Osikoya. That ended in a draw after the fight was stopped in round 2 following a clash of heads that resulted in an injury to Afike. Then followed Amadou Mohamed, the Accra 2023 gold medalist, as Ankra once again lands a powerful shot that appears to have rattled Salawu. Final seconds of this one. Another powerful punch by Ankra. Salawu in all kind of trouble. The Ghanaian dominating this particular fight. And there goes the bell to bring round 3 and the fight to an end. Actually doing 4 rounds, we actually doing 4 rounds. Round number 4 of the 50 kg category. And I think this fight is going 6 rounds. is Ghana versus Nigeria International Amateur Boxing Tournament. Another very good punch landed there by Ebenezer Ankra, who has dominated this fight so far, 4 rounds in. CKG division. The fourth fight of this fight Ghana versus Nigeria tournament. And Ankra delivering one punch after another on Salawu, Ridwan Salawu, the Nigerian. And Salawu clinches Ankra very tightly. Tell Salawu to raise his head. Ankra went in once again. This is the CKG division. Ghana in the red, versus Nigeria in the blue. These are the kind of tournaments that these neighboring countries need to set themselves in readiness for international competition. And Salawu appears to have landed some 2 punches there, but Ankra was complaining it was a round before, and referee rightly warned Salawu to put Ankra in some discomfort once again. The Ghanaian went down there, but obviously it was the rough push by Salawu, the Nigerian in the blue. Salawu goes in the body of the
Fighters,
Ghanaian.
get ready. All professional fighters, be moving to the dresses.
And I can see John Power, one of the pro fighters fighting on tonight's show, arriving here at the booking pass in the company of his manager, Gordon Trifon, the man they call Okibo. Remember, we have 7 pro fights to come after the end of the Ghana versus Nigeria amateur competition. And Ankra, I think, has hurt himself, and we need the attention of the ringside decision. As you can see, Ridwan Salawu in your shot at the moment, the Nigerian. And Ankra has hurt himself. Salawu waits keenly. He has the break he needs to bounce back in this fight, which has been dominated so far by Ebenezer Ankra. And Ankra continue. Yes, he can. Sabina Seneki by the referee, and that was a very good job by Salawu. And the Nigerian scores a push here, knockdown there. No, according to the referee. Referee scores a slip or a rapid punch. It is the anchor of the Black Panthers team. And you saw his trainer at the Black Panthers. Ebenezer J, aka Coach Killer. working his corner. So we'll actually do 5 rounds. So you can see our ring girl indicating that the 5th round coming up will be our final round. We'll bring this particular fight to an end. Fight is up and ready for round number 5. This is the 5th and final round of this 50 kg encounter. Ebenezer Ankara in the red of Ghana, Melissa Lau Ridwan in the blue representing Nigeria. The Ghanaian goes into full attack mode again. This is 4 dominant rounds in favor of the Ghanaian. If you ask me, that is another very good one landed there by the Nigerian. This is 50 kg division. And this one, if you ask me, doing well to bounce back in this particular round. Landing some good punches here in round number 5. And Ankara appears to be tired. Ridwan using his back experience and still staying firm. He looks very well conditioned, the Nigerian. Having been fighting in the Yucateco Amateur Boxing League in Lagos. Ridwan. More business-like of the 2 fighters here in round number 5. As Ankara is struggling to bring the dominance position team he exerted in this fight so far into this particular round. We have 2 more fights in this particular competition, Ghana versus Nigeria to come. Next will be Sarah Apiu versus Precious Anene in the only female encounter, the 50 kg women's competition. And that will be followed by Desmond Papu against David Akintula to bring this Ghana versus Nigeria proceedings to an end. Before we do the big slow fight here at Beacon Park before calling it a night. A long way to go here at the Beacon Park. There goes the bell to bring proceedings to an end. An underwhelming end to the fight for Ebenezer Ankara, who appeared the dominant fighter in the opening 4 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for them. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we have the belts, please? Presenting the belt, let's invite into the ring. The head of finals for Ace Power Promotions, Mr. Chum. Please join us in the ring. We'll be followed by the head of Liga, the Bashta himself, Kizito. Akurago is here. Please join us in the ring. We have the bells, please. Where's the bell? Let's follow by the bells. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight to the verdict. This is a Pan-African belt falls over 5 rounds here at the Boko Park. The night of boxing where Ace Power Promotion collaborated with Center Point more. Now the verdict, 4-1. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new hold by the belt. Ladies and gentlemen, he is now the new Pan-African belt holder. Ebenezer Ankara. Presenting first will be the certificate for success. Congratulations. It will be followed immediately by the medal. Congratulations, Mr. Ebenezer. Hold on. We present the certificate to the counterpart, Mr. Redwan. Here's your certificate, please. Presented by Mr. Kizito. Well done, good fight. And now the medal presented by the head of finance. Ladies and gentlemen, now the belt represented, we have the new holder of the Pan-African belt, Ebenezer Ankara from Accra, Ghana. You have something to say? Whoever has lost the belts is calling for a rematch in Nigeria. He wants to challenge the belts again. And the winner says, I will come to Nigeria and beat you again. Ladies and gentlemen, moving straight to the next one. It's going to be the female division competition for the female bout. Precious Anene, please enter the ring. Officials. Rafi, Bodes, Zabu. Leg 1, Abel, opposite, leg 2, Magunda, Tunde, leg 2,
and did the same thing around last one. But in the middle, he just allowed the guy to
leg 3, Ben Kuma, leg 4, Asante. Leg 5, Bernard Nati.
Sarah Precious Anene. Afiu also represents Ghana.
Please, a big round of applause for him. Welcome, sir. Inviting to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, Precious Anene. Please enter my ring. DJ. DJ.
Rise into the ring, Sarah Appel. Holy double top, please get ready. Ready.
After the amateurs, then I go can't take out. You did it down there. I don't know. So after the amateurs, if you here I won't cut, if they finish down, I will just come here. So you just manage the two. The
only female contest in the street fight competition. Ready to fellow. That is Sarah Appel in the red for Ghana against Precious Anene in the blue for Nigeria. Sarah Appel, of course, competed in the Africa Games Accra 2023 last year. She couldn't address into the morning game. And previously at the Dakar African Olympic qualifiers in Dakar in October 2023. Appel also competed for Ghana, but unfortunately. So tonight, let's go into battle again, flying high the flag of Ghana, this time against the taller Precious Anene. We grabbed there by Anene to begin the fight. Appel goes in attack mode, the Ghanaian in the red. Appel using the opponent. Very good fight so far. Both fighters trying their best to get within punching distance of the opponent, but nobody has really landed a punch. Red scoring so far. And then we saw some combination from Anene. Appel goes. the referees who underwent the IBA R&J course which took place in Accra last month. It's Ghana versus Nigeria and the female fight of the show. After this one, we have just one more fight to go. Ghana currently lead Nigeria by 2-1 and a draw after 4 fights. Ghana having won 2. The 2 victories of Ghana came in the title bout, the Pan-Africa title bout, which Amadou Mohamed, the Accra 2023 gold medalist, won the Pan-Africa belt by defeating Mike Ogunremi of Nigeria in the 54 kg category. We also saw Ebenezer Ankara, just gone by, also defeat Salawu Ridwan in the 60 kg category to also win the Pan-Africa belt. It's only 2 of the 6 fights that have the Pan-Africa belts at stake, and both belts have been won by the Ghanaians. Now we're doing the only female encounter, a 60 kg clash between Sarah Apau in your screen just gone by in the red, as we watch highlights of the show. And there are highlights of that round number 1. It's Sarah Apau in the red representing Ghana versus Precious Anene fighting for Nigeria in the blue. Women's 60 kg encounter, the only female fight of tonight's Ghana versus Nigeria International Amateur Fight Tournament, taking place at Bukom Square. If it's boxing action, it's KA Sports Boxing. You can trust to bring you the very best from Accra. And